Today we're going to show you how to use some of our props that you will find in our preschool rooms. So first of all here, you'll find our parachute. Now this one, this size, has about 8 handles on it. If you have a bigger class, this still works. You can have them hold the insides in between the handles. So you can still fit a really big amount of kids on here. What we do is sometimes you'll find this for the curriculum. It will be in your curriculum for the week. Other times we like to add this to the end or in the middle of class just for a fun break. What I like to do is have them work on going up and down very slowly, and then work on going quick, so shaking it up as fast as they can. Then working alternating slow and fast. So we'll go up slow, down fast, or up fast, down slow. You can also add some other fun props in the middle of the parachute and count to 3 and have the kids shake them up and out of the parachute. For instance, we usually have some cotton balls in the room or some flowers. You can add those to the middle and have the kids shake it up. It's a really fun game for them to play. Then you'll notice a lot of these cards. These we call our animal flashcards. There's numerous of these in each of our rooms. For instance, you'll see this one has a picture of a shark. So what you'll do is you'll show this picture to your students. You'll ask them to identify the animal, and then you'll move like that animal around the room. So if you showed them this, you'd say, "What animal is this?" They identify it as a shark. Now you'd say, "How do we move as a shark?" You can take a look and see what the boy in the picture is doing, or any of the kids in the pictures that you'll see, or you can make up your own. So for sharks, sometimes we put a fin on our back, or sometimes I have them chomp like a shark, moving arms up and down. You can get creative in your own ways. We also have some of these cards. These are our alphabet cards. These are really fun and educational for the kids. So for instance, you have this one. You ask them, "What letter do you see here?" They will say A. And then you'll say A is for animals. You'll see all the different animals on the card. You can ask them to identify the different animals on there and then move like each of these different animals. I'll give you one more example. The next letter here, we ask them, "What letter is this?" They'll say B, and we'll say B is for balloon. And you want to add a dance aspect to this. You'll blow up your balloon really, really big and tall and float around the room like a balloon on your tippy toes. So try to incorporate dance as much as you can in everything you do with those cards. Then we also have some fun balancing games that we do. So we have beanbags and we have butterflies for this. You can really use either or. So sometimes maybe you can't find the beanbags, maybe you can't find the butterflies. You can use either or for balancing. Or if you have a large class and you don't have enough beanbags or enough butterflies, you can use both of them as well in the same class. It works exactly the same. A lot of times we like to use songs like Beanbag Boogie that you can find on YouTube and a lot of other different fun beanbag songs. Or you can just put on a normal song and tell the students we're going to practice some balancing today. You can say, "I want you to balance it on your head." You'll have them place it on their head, hold their arms out, and try to walk around the room. We try to help them identify different parts of their body, see if they know where their elbow, their shoulder, their forehead, all those different things are, and how they can balance the props on each part of their bodies. So that's a fun little activity, and it really gets them moving around the room as well. And then we have these. We have our scarves and our ribbons. So with ribbons and scarves, a lot of times the main thing we do is freeze dance. So we like to put on any music that you want. This is great for when kids just need a quick break because you can do freeze dance for as long as you need. Maybe the kids just need a quick 2-minute break. You can play freeze dance for 2 minutes, pass out some of these, and let them dance around the room freely, and when the music stops, they have to freeze. A lot of times we like to tell them to freeze in a pretty ballerina pose so that they're still going along with what the class is. So with these, you can also swap them out. So if you don't have ribbons in your room, you can use scarves. If you don't have scarves in your room, you can use ribbons. If you don't have enough of one that you start passing out to your class, you can also pass out scarves. It really works either way. A lot of times we also use this to add a fun aspect to teaching your technique for the day. So if you're doing tendus, sometimes we like to add a splash of paint on the floor with every time they slide their foot out and slide it back in. Or piqués, we add polka dots by moving our ribbon up and down. You really got to get creative, and you can use these in some really fun ways. Then we have our flowers, as I was talking about. You can put some of these in the parachute and shake them up in the middle, or sometimes you just like to let them use these for freeze dance as well. They can hold them and do their beautiful dancing with them. And then last of all here, we have a lot of princess crowns in the room. What I like to use these for is when we're practicing ballet walks across the floor. So I'll put one of these on their head and tell them that they have to be a princess. If a princess looks at the ground, her crown falls off. So we have to keep our chins up lifted and tall. You can really use these for any form of technique where you're teaching the kids to stay lifted, to have tall backs and keep their chins up. And you can also even use them for freeze dance. If you're going to put on a princess song and have them freeze, these work fun as well. And like I said, don't be afraid to interchange any of these props. If you don't have a prop, don't panic. If you look at all of these, the ribbon, the scarf, and the flower, you can really interchange any of these for a freeze dance. If you don't have flowers for your parachute, you'll generally have the cotton balls in there as well. You can also even throw scarves in the middle. There's a lot of different ways to use our props, and I hope you have fun doing so.